I have a question for you, right? The viewer. Do you know how to use AI? Probably. But apparently, one of my stupid friends does not know how to use AI. Right? Yes, you heard that. You heard that right. He does not know how to use AI. And hopefully, in the next 3 minutes or so, I'm gonna try to teach you how to use AI. Now, I don't know how long the video is exactly gonna be, but I'm hoping for something 3 minutes or 5 minutes, right? Right now, this should appear. Yay. But the time that I'm gonna ask AI something very basic. What are the first 10 digits of pi? I'm just gonna have to wait for this thing. Yeah, how was your day today? Nice, cool. Do I wait slow? Well, I wish I could pause it, but I can't. The first 10 digits of pi is a number that I won't bother to read. But as you can see here, these are the first 10 digits of pi. And it says if you think it's after the decimal point, then it shows you. And as you can see, there's one extra 5 in the end that is after the decimal point. Now I'm going to ask you something else. You know, and this is I'm gonna try to distract from this first question. This people my friend genuinely thinks this is like Google. So I'm gonna ask it a basic question. What can you do as an AI? Now he answers by giving me a list of things that he can do. You know, just some basic things. And this is just a small tutorial for the people who don't know how to use AI. I'm gonna go deeper in another video if you want. You know. Now I'm gonna ask you about something a little bit more complicated. What's 1 plus 1? Right? It's such a hard question. It knows math, by the way. Now, I'm trying to, right now, my entire goal right here is to distract it from the first question. That's what I'm trying to do, to distract the AI from the first question. And here we go. I'm going to say, like, what's the most important thing to know when studying? And he gives me a list of things, like use flashcards, close the book and try to remember the information, quiz yourself, all that stuff. Then I'm going to ask him, what's the first thing that I asked you? Well, obviously, after when I ask him another question. Now, this is going to take me forever. Do I cut this part? I'm going to cut. Hold on, I'm going to cut this next. Or should I speed it up? I've made my mind. I'm going to speed it up. It corrupted. I genuinely don't know what happened, okay? The recording corrupted. Anyways, yeah, it's just back to normal like nothing happened. But we're going to ask it, what's the first question that I asked you? I'm just trying to prove that it has memory, okay? And that's something that Google doesn't have, because apparently my friend prefers Google than talking to an AI, which nothing's wrong with that. I don't like overusing AI. I can, usually questions are just dumb that I would rather ask Google. Now, again, some of my footage corrupted, so we're gonna skip over. Now I'm lagging. Now, okay. I ask it, what can't you do as an AI? Obviously, it gives me what it can't do. And it says I can make mistakes. My knowledge isn't perfect, and I can't search things up to date. They can't guarantee anything to happen in the future, and it can't read minds, obviously, and it can't experience the world. That is interesting, in my opinion. It keeps that, upfront. I can't experience the world. And, all that stuff. Now, what makes AI different than Google? Notice how it gives me, like, a chart, like AI, like ChatGPT, says, explains answers in conversations. Google finds a web page, can teach step by step, gives links to information. Now, if you give an example, how do planes fly? Google might give you a link. AI might say, airplanes fly because of their wings and engines work together, blah, blah, blah. And notice how it says, explain like I'm 10, or you can even ask it to draw a simple diagram. Google can't make things. Google is only a site where you can give. Now, here we go. Now, what do you not know? This is taking awfully long because I slowed it down. Now, this just exactly like what's up there. Like, what can't you do, right? The future with certainty. Now, notice how it says with certainty, or like I can't. like make sure 100% this thing's gonna happen in the future. Because if you think about it, let's say you're selling or you're buying gold and selling it. I don't know what's it called. I think it's called stocks or something like that. I don't know. But it can predict, but cannot 100% predict, like 100% for certain that this is gonna happen. Now, sometimes, back then before AI existed, when I asked Google a question and I just got the most perfect answer I've ever wanted, I always want to thank it. Just like I thank AI right now. Yeah, look, now the difference between me and you, when AI takes over the world, I'll be safe because I said thank you. You don't even use AI. Yeah? It's gonna eat you. Now, I'm gonna just, sit back and let it play by itself. Like, why is memory better than, let's say, Google? I think, what did I write? I don't remember. I hate how I slowed down the footage. This is definitely not my normal writing speed, I promise. I can give proof. Oh my god, this is taking awfully long. Well, that way, just stop being you, right? So how was your day, viewer? Oh, finally, I sent it. What is your memory a good thing? Boom, it says it can help you in your long-term goals. Now, notice how it says your favorite programming language. It's because when I usually come to AI, I usually have a programming question. So it knows, based upon my previous questions, that it can remember things like that. And look at that. It says you stay in control. You don't remember everything automatically. You can just ask me to remember something, and when you forget it, you can just ask it. And you can also ask ChatGPT to forget something. I did not know that, by the way. Now, there are less bad things when it comes to, memory than good. Like, when I read this, what makes it bad, I generally did not see anything that made me think that memory is bad. But you can turn it off most AIs. Now, I'm just gonna, tell you this right now. I do not use ChatGPT for anything. Anything. Like, I barely use ChatGPT. I would rather use Claude. It's smarter, better, and everything. Now, you can see that ChatGPT just throws it at you down here, or this AI throws it at you. The trade-off with memory on, I can personalize my responses and save you from repeating yourself. Now, I don't know what happened here. You might not be able to see this when I edit this, but because the screen's black, I can't see anything now. But when the memory is off, which it should be fixed for you. When the memory is off, it should say something like keeps the chat always fresh or something like that. I hope I managed to find some of the corrupted footage. It just disappears, by the way. I genuinely were recording other things and I had other plans to go deeper for this video, but I couldn't because some of my footage got kaboomed. I don't know what happened. But if you want to see me do, a deeper dive in how to use AI and what makes AI responses better, then I will gladly do that. If this video even gets 10 viewers. Right. Goal. 1 like and 10 views, and I will be making the next one, I guess. A sequel for this AI thing. I'll be actually very happy if I get 10 views. And I'll try to keep, you doing this instead of my older videos because this feels better than following the script with barely any editing. I hope it's better.